I am losing daylight real quick. Thought I should sit down and make a video, right? But I also have shit to do. So I wanted to paint this head, you know, maybe like a ASMR kind of thing. And talk about why I moved and everything, because I kind of just got up and left my old school and then everybody was like, what the fuck, you're moving? So let's paint. I personally feel like I have to be super careful with my words because I've already gotten in much trouble with my familia for posting videos talking about my personal life, but I would like to say that I went through hell, so I get to talk about my life and I have the right. Let's start with like August. I went to visit my dad after like 4 years in August of 2018, and he lives in the Black Hills. It's kind of like awesome here. Okay, so I came out here in August and I kind of loved it, and then I went home and I kind of hated it. So I was talking to my dad a little bit like behind the scenes, and we were talking about me moving out here, which was kind of crazy because I mean for the past 17 years I've lived in Pittsburgh, but you know, for like I don't know how long it was, maybe 2 months we were talking, and everyone that I know is in Pittsburgh. You know, my boyfriend of 2 years is in Pittsburgh. I was like, how am I just gonna up and leave him, you know? But I have been sharing stuff on Instagram about this for the past 2 months, and at some point you just have to realize like you need to stop trying to please everyone else, and like ew, like total like Pinterest wall quote, but like your happiness comes first over like anyone else's, and especially over somebody who doesn't even make you happy, then like why even like make yourself miserable over that, right? I feel that I should clarify, I was not talking about my boyfriend here. Love him the most. So I decided to move, and I didn't really tell anyone, like anyone from my school, for a long time, until I don't really know when. Like I figured out what date I was moving. I was moving on October 12th, like literally like 3 weeks before, and I told like people that were really close to me, and some people didn't even make like an effort to try to see me before I left, which that just kind of even comes to show like who the real ones are, so to say. Like I didn't have any like friends there that were like, oh my god, we can like buy an apartment together, and like that's always what I say, like there was no like best friend. Like my best friend was my boyfriend. What I was leaving behind, why are you so angry? What I was leaving behind was not all that much. Like the worst thing that I was leaving was my boyfriend. And I figured it was time for me to be happy, and whenever I did come out here in August, I was like the happiest that I've been in so many months. Not even months, years. Like I have always been so unhappy at home or in Pittsburgh, and I have no family out there. You can imagine, like I was at my boyfriend's graduation and just so like sad at like such a happy time, because I was like, who the hell is gonna be at my graduation? Like my mom, that's who's gonna be at my graduation, and that like sucked. Like not my brother, not my dad, nobody in my family, and that was kind of crappy. So a lot of my family's out here, which is kind of exciting, you know, there's always people over. Everybody's sane, you know, it's a different pace. I was talking to my dad about driving through the neighborhood, and he was like, you literally just constantly have to have your hand at the top of the wheel, like waving to people, because everybody waves, everybody's so nice. And in Pittsburgh it's just so the opposite. Everybody's angry. And if I could change my life, then I would, and I had the opportunity right in front of me, so I was like, why not do it? And then at the time I was thinking, if I'm miserable out here, like if I go to the school, you know, it's a graduating class of 70 out here. I was at a school of graduating class of like 300 something. Like I was at a huge school, and if I came here and just hated it, if I was so bored, like there's nothing around, like I just turned the camera around, like there's nothing around, and if I hated it, then I could have came home. But yeah, my boyfriend's family was very supportive of me coming out here. You know, they kind of understood the situation that I was in. Love them the most for that. I guess I didn't even mention why I'm painting these. I get to redo my whole room upstairs, and it's like 2 or 3 times bigger than my room back in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to do a whole like rustic country theme. I'm gonna hang these up over my bed. But if it wasn't made so hard moving to my dad's, then I would be super happy. But it's just been incredibly stressful. I wish that the move would have been made easy, but there's only one person to thank for that. I might watch this video like a year later and be like, damn, because I'm just so angry at the moment from the way that things were left that I just can't even like enjoy this week that I have off of school before I have to start on Monday. Like, it's Wednesday right now, I have like half a week left, and I just can't even like be happy and go out and enjoy things just because I'm so stressed and aggravated and like annoyed. But that's the point of coming out here, is to change things that I couldn't change before because I was stuck there. I didn't want to be stuck there, and I don't know, I just firmly believe that if you have the opportunity to change your life, then do it. Because out here, it's just such a different life. Like, my dad and my stepmom travel a lot, you know, I never got to do that at home. It was just kind of like Pittsburgh, and then my grandma took me to Florida. Like, she flew me out every year. So I just kind of went in between Pittsburgh and Florida, and that was it. I didn't really travel at all. And that's kind of like the plan here. I want to finish high school out here. I want to take a year off. I want to do things. I want to travel. I want to, you know, try new things, whatever. And then go to college, wherever that may be. But yeah, leaving home has probably been, well, I guess leaving Pittsburgh has probably been like one of the best decisions of my life. And it really sucks leaving my boyfriend, you know, but he's coming out for Thanksgiving, and we're gonna see each other on breaks and all that. But that's another thing. Like, I couldn't really talk to anyone, tell anyone, because like I tried telling my friend, how do I say this? I tried talking to my friend about why I was leaving, and then she said back, okay, everybody's parents are crazy. And then I was like, no, not this type of crazy. My brother moved out here whenever he was in his sophomore year of high school, and he did great out here, you know, like, he's like good. Like, he was a mess back in Pittsburgh, okay? Like, a fat mess, okay? Like, he never came out of his room. He was so angry, and he came out here and he had a lot of issues coming here from Pittsburgh, but he definitely is a lot better now. I mean, he has a lot more social skills than I do. I mean, I literally can't talk in public, like, it's terrible. I can't even talk to people, and he's like totally doing well. He's got like a good job, and he's out of college and all that. Well, I guess trading college, 2-year college. And I just want to be able to do what my brother did, because I know that I wasn't going anywhere back at home. Like, I didn't apply to any colleges, you know, my mom didn't know how to do any of that. Kind of had to maintain my own grades, like nobody was looking after that. I kind of set up my ACTs, you know, took my ACTs on my own. It was just, whenever I came out here in August, my stepmom literally helped me do all of my college applications, because at that time I was thinking that I wasn't taking a year off and I was going straight in. But I mean, I didn't do any college tours back in Pittsburgh, like nothing was pushed, and so my future was just not ready, like, at all. And I wanted to come out here, and, you know, my dad always said, like, he was like, I want to get you ready for your future, you know, like, I want to prepare you, because I was very unprepared. And so that's kind of another thing of what we're doing, is getting ready for college. I had nothing planned back there. I had no idea what I was doing, and so that's what we're doing out here. And going to a new school is definitely going to be such an experience, because I have literally gone to Moon my entire life. I've never gone to a different school, and that's going to be kind of crazy. Scary. Also, all my friends were like, I'm really worried about you, because like I can't talk to people, and like that's gonna be kind of hard to do. But Moon is such a big school that you can't really do anything. Like, you can't leave for lunch, and you can't get out early. Like, my boyfriend's school was also like a really small school, and they set up all their study halls at either the beginning of the day or the end of the day, so then students could like come in late or leave early. And I was just talking to the guidance counselor today about getting work release and like leaving early, but people are just a lot nicer out here, and that's not what you're gonna get in Pittsburgh. I want to change, like, just not, like, I can't stress enough, I wasn't going anywhere back then. like all my friends were applying to colleges like their junior year, and I was like, what's that? Like, I had no idea what was going on. But that's like kind of what you should have been doing, you know, like looking at colleges, touring colleges, like touring colleges. I toured one college. Yeah, I moved. I'm in Black Hills, South Dakota. If you want to Google it, it's really pretty, like I showed you. It's like kind of awesome. I want to do a video on my new room whenever I'm like setting it all up, because it's going to be like freaking awesome, and I'm really excited. So I guess that's all I have to say here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, whatever channel this is going up on. Either my vlog channel or my main, subscribe to either. They'll be at the end of the video.